I think there's a worry, no question, but the Middle East has always been a cautious market in terms of, you've seen a lot of fragility, etc. there. And, whilst I think oil prices will drop and probably stay down for a few months, as they did after the SARS virus, I think there's a lot of work gone on in the region to actually protect it. If you're looking at, Adnoc, the company I worked with, His Excellency Dr. Sultan has spent the last 3-4 years building a much more robust downstream business.
He has indeed, and I know Dr. Sultan full well, and he's one of the hardest working men on the planet as well. But even with his powers of industry, the fact remains that OPEC and its allies have not managed to get prices any higher than these current levels as well. We've seen devastating corruption and lack of output in Venezuela, which should have acted as a bonus for the grouping and its allies as well. There have been other factors as well, civil strife in Libya, concern about events in Iraq and Iran, of course, as well. And still, we are trading below $60 a barrel. This must be very worrying for His Excellency Al Matsroui, who is Dr. Sultan's, or one of his colleagues, stroke bosses, should we say, as well, and indeed for their OPEC allies.
Well, I think from a national oil company perspective, there is a model there that somebody like Adnoc and His Excellency Sultan Al Jaber actually worked on, which was actually building that downstream business. We IPO'd Adnoc Distribution, not because of the financial side, but actually to create a different culture. The cost cutting that's gone on, the reduction in the break-even price, and the actual bringing in of partners has been huge in the region.
All of the above, John, and we've talked about this previously, it is admirable. The fact remains, even with those revolutionary changes at Adnoc Distribution and elsewhere, you cannot affect the fact that demand is worrying. And this is a point that, actually, dare I say it, Paul was making about China even before perhaps coronavirus.
I think I'm not arguing that, but what I'm saying is the region, and particularly Abu Dhabi and that area, is much more robust today than it was 3 or 4 years ago, and therefore, the worry may be there, but it's a very different type of worry.
I know Mandy's got a smart question to ask, but can I ask a dumb one quickly first, which is, taking all that on board, to me, I don't think, all countries or even all companies are going to end up facing this equally. So I think, what you're saying about Adnoc is interesting. And for me, the other end of the scale, and we've talked about this, is Aramco. Yeah. And therefore, I think we're probably entitled to expect different effects depending on different levels of efficiency from different companies within the oil sector.
Absolutely. Yeah? And I think it will drive a different set of strategies as well. The strategy that Adnoc chose was a very different one to the Aramco. Adnoc decided it was going to take each element of its business and actually drive it in a different way, whether it was partnerships, joint ventures, or in our case, an IPO. Aramco took a different view and said, we're just going to take the whole company. I think the biggest change, though, in the region that has come over the last 3 or 4 years has been around governance and transparency.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.